Hi, I'm Nigel,
I'm Eugenia.
and we are the Truth Hunters are us. We're here to talk about 2012. But before we get into all that, I want to give you a little introduction. We have chosen the names Nigel and Eugenia to protect our identities from who knows who. The world's full of weirdos, and we're not interested in meeting you or talking to you, but we are interested in discussing topics of interest to every American.
We like to think of ourselves as critical thinkers.
She's the smart one.
He's mostly smart,
Sometimes.
most of the time.
I am opinionated.
When he's not, I let him know.
Yeah, she lets me know. Now, so let's get on with this. Having had our little introduction, we plan to do a series of videos, and the subject content will be things that we find interesting. It'll be everything from political to, well, from UFOs. I'm a UFO buff, and she's a ghost magnet, believe it or not. But beyond that, let's start with 2012. You know, I wanted to ask the Americans, the people on YouTube, how prepared are you for a catastrophic event?
Particularly those of you that live on the coastlines.
Well, it's not only the coastlines, because according to the videos and some of the blogs that I've read, 2012 was supposed to be a worldwide event, a series of catastrophic changes, perhaps in continental drift, you know, the location of our continents, the oceans, a whole series of things supposedly could take place. And I'm not here to question whether they will or won't. I'm not here to point a finger at our government. I'm here to ask you, my fellow Americans, are you prepared for a catastrophic event? Let's take for granted that 2012 is going to occur. We're going to have a series of severe geologic changes, storms, tsunamis, a polar shift. Worst case scenario, how prepared are you? What do you think, Eugenia? How prepared should the American public be?
Well, I think that canned foods is a big way that you can plan for a future catastrophe that might occur, and of course have a non-electric can opener. That would stand to common sense would dictate that, right?
Only if you want to eat what's in the cans.
And please don't live in the fantasy that there will be a huge organization to come and help you, because if there is a catastrophe, as we experienced after Hurricanes Jean and Francis in 2004, you're pretty much left on your own. You may be told, okay, there will be water, there will be food, there will be ice brought to you at a certain time at a certain place by FEMA. It may not happen.
Probably not.
So you have to have your own plan in place, because what we experienced personally was that these items came eventually, but not quick enough, and it was a huge problem for our community.
Well, you know, let's look at history. You know, our government will do what they can for us. But if we were to have a tsunami hit the northeastern United States, you're looking at basically tens of millions of people dead, dying, injured, or homeless in a matter of a few moments. Now, folks, we saw what happened in New Orleans. We all saw that. I have personally lived through major hurricanes down in Miami. Donna, Betsy, Debbie, Cleo, and most notably Hurricane Andrew. I was there, and I was in West Kendall, some 30 miles inland, when Andrew came through. And the devastation was like nothing I have ever seen. And that was one small very powerful but small hurricane. It took Miami probably, realistically, 10 years to fully recover. And in the end, results were good. People had, literally new houses, new floors, new walls, new air conditioners, new roofs, new ceilings. I mean, entire neighborhoods, literally. We're talking over 10,000 homes, I'm sure, were destroyed. Many of them leveled. Entire neighborhoods were leveled.
And Florida is not a state that you can get out of in a hurry.
No.
Unless you have your own personal airplane, you're not going to get out of southern Florida. It's going to take a long, long time because there are only 2 major highways leading out of the state. And unless you're up north when the trouble happens, you're going to be stuck in traffic. You're not probably going to run out of gas. And we just want people to start thinking about, how can I be safe with all the climatic changes that are going to be occurring and the global warming that's occurring. It's all increasing as the years are going by.
Well, President John F. Kennedy said it many years ago, and he said it well. Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. And like I said, I'm sure that FEMA will do its best for us after a catastrophic event, but it takes time, organization, and logistics to get help to people. And it's not going to happen overnight. There is not going to be an ambulance at your house 10 minutes after the hurricane goes by. Folks, it's not going to happen.
Instant gratification, instant reaction is going to go out the window. Okay? Your cell phones will not help you get out of harm's way. So you have to have a plan in place.
Most of ours wouldn't work for a while, and even if they did, when you lose electricity for 2 weeks, by the end of the second day, your cell phone's dead regardless. So, forget about cell phones. They're just not going to do you any help. The point I'm trying to make is that we need to be prepared for catastrophic events.
Right.
You need to be prepared.
Don't be scared, be prepared.
Right. It's not about living in fear. That's not what we're talking about. This is not some sensationalism to draw attention.
It's real.
It's real. We're talking about reality. Folks, you should have 3 or 4 days of canned goods and bottled water just in case. Batteries for your flashlights. Well, what I would suggest is you go to FEMA's website. I think it's FEMA.org. They have a catastrophic list. Stuff that you can, a list you can download and print, and you can go out to the store and buy it, put it in a big box and lock it up and keep it just in case.
And those of you that live on the coastlines, not safe. Not safe.
Well, if you live on a coastline and we get a tsunami, you're through.
You don't even have time to get out or get away, get safe.
Right. So you need to be prepared. You need to have a plan.
Think about these issues.
What you're going to do if you get 2 hours notice. The last thing you want to do is get on a highway. You're not getting out. What you can do is take a side road and get as far inland as you can. That would be the best route to take. And anyways, we're running out of time. We'll continue this discussion and others in the future. Thanks, and we're looking forward to your responses.